Are your beliefs being preyed upon? Are you being manipulated by false prophets? It's time to unveil their deceptive tactics and expose their deceitful practices. False prophets often exploit vulnerable individuals searching for guidance and purpose. They promise miracles and divine intervention, but their motivations are far from pure. Through emotional manipulation, they gain control over their followers' thoughts and actions. They instill fear, guilt, and dependency, trapping their victims in a cycle of blind loyalty. These deceitful individuals exploit their followers financially. They demand large sums of money, promising blessings and prosperity in return. But in reality, these prophets are reaping the benefits, while their followers suffer the consequences. False prophets often employ the power of persuasion. They use charisma and charm to manipulate their followers into blind obedience, discouraging critical thinking and independent thought. But the truth cannot remain hidden. We are here to expose their deceptive practices and unmask their fraudulent claims. It's time to break free from their grasp and find true enlightenment. Educating ourselves about their tactics is the first step towards reclaiming our freedom of thought. Together, we can embrace critical thinking and empower ourselves to distinguish between truth and manipulative falsehoods. Remember, the power lies within you. Do not be swayed by false promises and deceitful tactics. False prophets might accomplish amazing miracles and signs. Satan will use religion to unite the globe under the rule of the Antichrist and false prophet following the rapture of Christ's church and the start of the tribulation. Even though he won't become powerful before the rapture, the Bible's portrayal of the false prophet of the tribulation aids in our evaluation of all other false prophets. Here, this man will come to do the work of Satan with false power and signs and miracles, the Apostle Paul said, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. 9. NLT. Keep in mind that divine presence or power is not always demonstrated by miraculous signs and wonders. If you recall, the Egyptians employed enchantments to transform their rods into serpents during the battle between Aaron and the sorcerers of Pharaoh. Exodus chapter 7 verses 11 to 12. False prophets may make Christ's claims. When Jesus' followers inquired about indications pointing to his second coming and the end times, his first caution concerned impostors. Be careful that no one tricks you. Because many people who claim to be Christ will come in my name and deceive many. Matthew chapter 24 verses 4 to 5. Jesus went on to describe how to spot this particular kind of false prophet later in the Olivet Discourse. Therefore, if they say to you, "Look, he is in the wilderness," do not go out, or "Look, he is in the inner rooms." Do not believe it. Because, just as lightning strikes in the east and flashes in the west, so too will the Son of Man arrive. Matthew chapter 24 verses 26 to 27. False prophets could lead lives that go against the Bible. Jude, Jesus' half-brother, fiercely exhorts Christians to remain vigilant, fight for the truth, and recognize that God will judge false instructors in his brief epistle. This letter offers various hints about the lifestyle of a fake teacher. These individuals live immoral lives, disobey authority, mock supernatural beings, do as their instincts tell them, deceive others for financial gain, care only for themselves, and bear no fruit. Jude chapter 8, 10, 11, 12, NLT. These folks simply live to fulfill their demands. They are whiners and complainers. They exaggerate their own accomplishments and flatter others to further their own ends. Dividing people, Jude chapter 16. N9, NLT. What to do about false prophets? A religious leader is referred to in the Bible as a false prophet, a wolf in sheep's clothing, if any of the aforementioned descriptions apply to him. When we come across such folks, we shouldn't be shocked. Because Satan himself assumes the form of an angel of light. Therefore, it won't be a big deal if his ministers change into ministers of righteousness. Their reward will be determined by their deeds. 2 Corinthians chapter 11 verses 14 to 15. Being able to recognize an impostor for what they are requires discernment, but through studying and meditating on God's word, we can develop that discernment. Trust in your own instincts and seek knowledge from reliable sources. Thank you for joining us on this journey of unveiling deceptive tactics and exposing false prophets. Subscribe to our channel for more empowering content, and let's build a community that stands strong against deceit. Together, we can make a difference. Stay vigilant. Stay informed. And remember, truth always triumphs.